So today's a relatively good day because the first bike I took out of the storage location this afternoon was this 1979 cr250, and they're just an awesome bike, aren't they? Not only is it my birth year, 1979, but they're just a gorgeous bike and massively popular in the twin shock racing scene at the moment. Managed to get myself 2 spare engines for my own race bike yesterday in a trade-in, and I've got this one on the bench today. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little bit of work to it. I've seen that it was registered when I bought the bike. It wasn't a runner or anything like that, but I've seen it was last registered in June 2020, so I'm thinking it's probably been run relatively recently, and it all looks to be in generally okay shape, as you would expect for a 41-year-old bike. Some little grazes and stuff, and someone's painted the frame and someone's painted the tank, which is a little bit disappointing, but it's not anything that can't be resolved. So we'll have a look, take a few bits off, make sure it's got compression, have a look at the carb, make sure she sparks and stop sparking when I press the kill switch, and then see if we can get a run in for you. So the first question with all these bikes is basically, does it turn over? And the easiest way to check that is with the kickstart, obviously. So yeah, it's a resounding yes, and it feels like it's got good compression. I've not had a compression tester on it. The kickstart's a bit wobbly, so that's going to need a new one or whatever. Bit of sorting out. So then I'm going to whip the plug out, see if it sparks, and then see if the kill switch works. If the kill switch doesn't work, what it could mean is if I do get it started, then I might not have an easy way of stopping it. So if it revs up because it's taking in air or something like that, then that could be a big problem for the engine. So that's a critical thing to check. So first thing is, there is no spark. So could be a number of things. When I've put the plug into the plug cap, it didn't seem to locate very well, so that could be one thing. The next thing to try will be to remove the kill switch out of the equation, because that can, if it's faulty, that can sometimes be the issue. And then if that doesn't do it, then a bit more investigation. So that's what I'm going to get on with. Okay, so the 1979 cr250 is not sparking. I've changed the plug, I've changed the plug cap, I've disconnected the kill switch, though it was already disconnected. I've noticed on the frame here that the paint has been kind of sanded away to maybe give a better earth. I've checked the earth, so I've used a multimeter here to check that there's an earth from the engine to the back of the coil, which is the crucial point, and I've still no spark. So I have a couple of options. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to order a fresh coil for it and try it with a fresh coil and then see how that goes. So I'm going to take this bike off the bench now, get a new coil for it, and then try it again as soon as that coil turns up. Okay, so the other day I had this red rocket on the bench and I couldn't get it to spark, so I ordered a new, changed the plug cap and checked the wiring over generally, and I still couldn't make it work. And so I ordered a new coil, because to me that's the next most likely thing to go. I do actually have another red rocket sat in the garage, which is my personal race bike, and I just didn't want to take it apart really, so I ordered a new coil and that arrived this morning, and I stuck it on the bike and still no spark. So after a bit of talking to myself, I have eventually taken the coil and the CDI off my bike. So Again, next thing to check was the CDI. So put the coil off my bike on this bike, and still didn't work. So I took the CDI off my bike and put it on this bike, and it sparks like a good un. So it's always a bit difficult to see this. So that's all working fine. Now, the other day I had a guy come and pick up a bike, and he had some Red Rocket engines, and he also said that at home he had some CDI boxes. So I've given him a call, and he's going to send me one up, a nice replacement for this. So I'm going to carry on and get this bike running now. I'm going to take the carb off, just check it over, and get it running, and then the replacement CDI box should be here next week. I can then put that on, make sure it still works, and then put my bike back together and get this bike up for sale. So my dog's She sounds good, the old girl. Now, literally, that was the second time I fired it up. I do try and get them started before actually videoing me, because be a bit mean. Otherwise, a bit like my dog.